of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium.
Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Gets this out wide to Pickens.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
A torn ACL cost George Pickens most of his final season at Georgia, but he did return for the college football playoffs and had an impact. And in his first 2 years there, wow. Led the Bulldogs in touchdowns both seasons. Got people thinking he could be a first-round pick. The ceiling is huge with this kid. Nice pickup there for a first down.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The Steelers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Harris running straight ahead, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Pickett will look to throw it here. He finds Pickens over the middle.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. 14 yards that time for number 14.
I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. And if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
Here's Pickett.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Boswell's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On play action, it's Brady. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. And he'll just get rid of it.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is intercepted.
Picked off by Trey Norwood.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's out of bounds, but not before getting across the 50 to the 45.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw.
And this one caught downfield by Evans.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
118 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no...
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes our score 17-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And some room to roam now. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kellen Mond, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Buccaneers get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Succa. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point put through by Succa. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So they'll get another first shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. After the pick six, here's Pickett to try again.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Suck up for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson, as the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Brady now to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando. We check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Being chased down left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now a play fake. Brady. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up.
A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Finds Pickens out right.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Now a give. Running left is Harris.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
They run again with Harris.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw brought in by Austin.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength in being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Pickett.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
From the right hash, this from 53. Boswell's kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
It's brought in by Harris.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. It'll be first and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Bond's going to keep this himself.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Kellen Mond,
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Bucs are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run again with Harris.
132 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Pickett sets up play action. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Chris Godwin.
32 yards.
And the Bucs are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Pickett. Quick completion here to Johnson.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Pickett going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their...
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They cut him on back-to-back plays, breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Buccaneers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. In his own end zone, it's Brady. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Levi Wallace with a pick. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly. Intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the key.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Looking to throw here. Pickett. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Buddy Johnson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. 2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal. Pickett to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.